Say hi, guys!
Hi, guys.
So I'm finally
Rocky.
gonna do an update on Lilia because I haven't done an update on her in forever. And the main reason behind it is because once a baby or toddler hits a certain age, there's not that much to update on anymore. Like, they don't hit regular milestones like sitting up and crawling and all that stuff. So I'm finally just gonna do an overall update on how she is. You can't even stand up anymore because you're too tall.
Cheese.
Cheese. Here's Lily Butt. Say hi.
Hi.
Can you sing your ABCs? Can you do it? How about Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? How I wonder what you are above the world so high. She knows almost all of her letters. What's this? A. What's this?
B.
B. Let's go out of order. What's this?
K.
K. What's this?
X.
X. S is missing. What's this?
C.
Z. What's this?
P.
P. So she completely knows her letters. I think she knows every single one of them.
Guys.
No?
Guys.
Stars, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Lilia is gonna be 28 months in 3 days. Some people just say 2 years old and some people still do months because up to the age of 3, in child development we learn that like the proper way that like doctors and stuff refer to kids up to the age of 3 is in months. And I guess that's just because they change so much in the first 3 years and then after that just like, oh, they're 3, they're 4. Because if you think about it, a 2-year-old like that just turned 2 is way different than like a 2.5-year-old and a 2-year-old that's about to turn 3. So 2 is still, it varies a lot. So she's still a pretty new 2-year-old. In 2 months she'll be 2.5. So she knows all of her letters of the alphabet. I haven't tested her lately, but I know she can count to 15. But she knows letters past that, or she knows numbers past that. She can identify them by looking at them, but I don't know if she knows them in order.
7.
7, yeah. Yeah, so she can count to 15, and she might be able to count past that, but... Kyson?
No, my nana.
No, he's not nice. And she'll sing the song, but she doesn't sing it, like, right. Like, she doesn't say A, B, C. She just, like, does the tune. Last time I weighed her, she was 28 pounds. And I don't know how long she was because she hasn't had a doctor's appointment since she, like, just turned 2, I think. She's pretty tall. I don't know. Maybe I'll measure her, like, with my little measuring tape and see how tall she is. But I know she's, like, 28 pounds. And she's been 28 pounds for a while now. Like, she was going up for a little bit and then she goes back down because they grow. So they get, like, a little chunky and then they grow taller and get thinner. So she's been about 28 pounds for a while now. Like I said, she can recognize numbers and letters. And as far as her word development goes, she knows the name of almost everything. Yeah. Like, she knows every part of your body, like elbow, tongue, even the little ones, like fingernail. Wow. And, like, eyebrow. She knows, like, the little things, not just the eye, nose, mouth anymore. And, like, if you bring her in a room and you ask her, what's this, what's this, what's this, most of the time she knows the answer. It'd just be, like, the really, really hard things that she doesn't know, but she knows the basics, like, I don't know. See, it's, like, so hard to update on this stuff because it's, like, because I can't, like, tell you every single word she knows because she knows, like, hundreds of words. For the most part, she can communicate, very well. Like, she just started doing 3-word sentences. She'll say, like, help me, or she'll say, come here. And now she's starting to say, like, 3-word sentences. I can't think of an example right now, but she just did it yesterday. I can't remember what it was she said, but she's finally starting to do the 3-word sentences, which is really good because developmentally wise, they're supposed to be able to say 3-word sentences by the time that they're 3. So she's way, way, way ahead of that. So she's perfectly on track, if not even a little bit ahead. One thing that I've noticed about her, and I don't know if this is true for all toddlers, but she has an amazing memory. I have a horrible memory, like especially with names. I cannot remember names for my life. And with her, like for example, in her dance class, she's had the same dance teacher this whole time, and I told her name one time ever. I just said, bring this to Miss Kayla, and she knew by me saying Miss Kayla that was the teacher, first of all. So I asked her the other day, what's your teacher's name at dance? Do you know your teacher's name? What's your teacher's name at dance? What's her name? Kayla! See? I told her one time and she remembered. Like, I don't know. She has an amazing memory, and I don't know if it's just because she has like such a small amount of things in her memory she can just remember more. But she remembers names. Like, my next door neighbor just had a baby, Sophia. You saw in my last weekly video. I told her name one time, and the next time she came over, she was all, Sophia! And I was like, yeah! Who's that?
Yeah.
Sophia!
Yeah.
Who is that?
A baby.
It's a baby. So yeah, her memory is just phenomenal because my memory sucks. I mentioned this in one of my other videos. She only drinks almond milk. When she was... Your nails are pretty. When she was like a year old or so, she had a reaction to what I thought was cow's milk, so I just completely took her off of it, and she's never had a problem since. And I've just kept her on it after seeing how much healthier almond milk is. I just left her on it. So, and I plan to do the same with the boys eventually whenever they're done breastfeeding. I think I'm just gonna put them on almond milk instead of cow's milk. One thing about her that sucks is she is an extremely picky eater. Like, I will give her 7 options. Do you want to eat this? 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 And it's always no, 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 no. Like, she doesn't want to eat anything. She is so picky. It's like so frustrating. And I don't know if it's in the genetics or what it is, because I have always been a picky eater. Always, my entire life. So I don't know if it has something to do with that. It's just, it's hard because like I'm trying to get her to eat everything that she needs to eat, like nutrition wise, but she doesn't want to eat any of it. So Gabe told me that he's been putting her on Pediasure or something like that to make sure she gets all the nutrients, and I haven't done that yet, but I'm actually thinking about doing it because she's just she doesn't eat anything. Also, as you probably noticed, her hair is so long and I love it. I love how long her hair is. It's so cute. I could do like any hairstyle with it, and that's like my favorite part of having a girl is like doing their hair and dressing up. I just think it's so cute. As far as her sleep schedule go, this child does not nap with me. If I leave her with Gabe's mom or my mom or like a relative or something to play for the day, she'll take a nap with them, but she never takes a nap with me, ever. She wakes up at like 7:30 every single morning, and she goes to bed around 8 at night. And she's been sleeping through the night for like over a year now, but like I mentioned before, and when the boys were born, she started regressing a little bit and she started waking up in the middle of the night. Then she stopped, but lately she's been doing it again. Like last night she slept the entire night, but a few nights ago she woke up 3 times in the middle of the night, and all she does is she just comes to my room and she goes baba baba, which I just give her almond milk in a sippy cup, and I'll give it to her, but she doesn't drink it. She just, I guess it's like a comfort item, so I'll just give her like a little bit and I'll give her baba, and she goes right back to sleep in her bed. And then she'll come out and ask me, or sometimes I don't even give her the baba. Most of the time I'll just say, she'll come in there and go baba baba, and I go no nane, and I pick her up and I put her in her bed. She loves anything that has to do with singing and dancing and music. That's just like in her genes. And I was a dancer my whole life, and Gabe was into music his whole life. His whole family is into music. So I wonder where she gets that from, but she just absolutely loves music. Like, she has a drum set at Gabe's house. She has a piano here. She goes to dance class every single Wednesday, which she absolutely loves. She loves it. Like, every time I get her dressed, she goes, dance, dance. Like, she's gonna go dance. And I'm like, no, not today. But that's the other thing, is her dance class. Originally, the dance studio that I take her to, they don't do, they do mommy and me classes in 6-week intervals until they turn 3. And then when they turn 3, they can do the recital, which is the big show at the end of the year. But this year, I guess there's just so many dance teachers that had babies that are all in the same class. They decided to make the mommy and me class a dance in the recital. So it's so exciting for me because that means she gets to be in the recital this year. And it's a mommy and me class, but I'm not gonna be in her dance in the recital. However, I am taking another dance class now. I am taking a dance class there now for the first time in like 3 years. Another thing that I've just picked up on is like all of the girls in her class, like some of them are a little bit younger, and there's like 1 or 2 that are a little bit older, but she does every single dance move that the dance teacher does. Like if she tells her to bend her knees, she'll bend her knees. If she tells her to like they'll do twinkle twinkle, or they'll do itsy bitsy spider, and she does all the moves, like the pats and the claps. Like I'm just in awe about how much she's like picked up on this stuff. And I don't know if it's just like a mom being like, oh my baby, but like I'm seriously like in awe of her, because I used to teach 2-year-olds, 2 and 3-year-olds when I was a dance teacher, and they could, I don't know, I just feel like she's so good. A lot of people will ask me if she throws a lot of fits and stuff like that. And honestly, she doesn't. Like, she's thrown maybe like 2 or 3 really, really big fits in her whole life. Like, I don't know if I just got lucky because she's an extremely, extremely obedient toddler. And I don't know if it's going to come around and bite me in the butt when she's 4, but she's just so good. Like, well, not never, I don't want to say never. She hardly ever does something wrong, meaning to do something wrong. Like sometimes she will like hug her brother too hard, and I'll just tell her, no, you need to be gentle, but she's not purposely doing it. Like, she's never purposely hit somebody. She's never purposely like pushed a kid. She's never done anything like that. So I don't know if I just got lucky or if I'm just really, really, really good parent, which I hope it's that one, but I honestly think I just got lucky, because I know a lot of good moms out there and their kids just like act up all the time. So she's honestly just a really good kid. As far as discipline goes, I was going to make a separate video talking about this, but I might as well just put little bits of it in here anyway. I am strongly against spanking, hitting, anything of that manner. And I didn't even believe in discipline for her until recently, because I don't think you should discipline a kid who doesn't understand it, because discipline means to teach, and if they're physically not capable of learning that something like that is wrong, for example, putting a 6-month-old in a timeout, they have no idea, like, you know. So I just recently put her in timeout for the first time, and she completely understood it. So, but she's only been in timeout like 3 times ever, but she already knows that timeout is somewhere you don't want to be. I think for the most part, toddlers act up because they want attention. So my view on discipline is I offer positive attention when they do things good, and then when she does something that she's not supposed to do, as long as it's not hurting anybody or doing anything wrong, I'll just ignore her and she'll immediately stop, because all she wants is attention. And so I'll just give her positive attention when she does things good, like positive reinforcement, and then if she's doing something bad, then I just ignore her and she stops and she doesn't do it again because she doesn't get the attention that she wants. So that's my approach on discipline. And once in a while, hardly ever, she'll do something, like one time she was sticking her finger in the baby's mouth, which she only did one time. She never did it again after this. I'll give her a stern look and I'll say, no, do not put your finger in the baby's mouth. And she'll look at me and she'll like smile, like, I know I'm not supposed to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And so I'll tell her again, no, and I'll move her hand, do not put your finger in the baby's mouth. And then I'll tell her, even if she doesn't fully, completely understand what I'm saying, the more that I say it, the more she's gonna understand what I'm talking about. So I'll say, if you do it one more time, you're gonna go in timeout. Do not stick your finger in the baby's mouth. If she does it the 3rd time, I'll move her hand away and I'll say, no, you do not stick your finger in the baby's mouth. You're going to go in timeout. And I'll pick her up, and eventually I'll have some kind of like system or chair or something, but right now we just use the corner. So I'll pick her up and I'll put her in the corner. And I found that the first time I just put her in the corner facing outwards, and she just thought it was fun. So I made her face the wall, and that's when she realized that she didn't like it. So I face her towards the wall, and I make her face the wall. And usually I do it for about a minute. I do it until she calms down. So she'll sit there and go, fussing, crying, and she'll turn around and I'll say, no. I'll say, turn around, face the wall. Turn around, face the wall. And that's the only thing I'll tell her is, no, turn around, face the wall. And then eventually she'll just stand there. And after she calms down a little bit, I'll walk over to her and I'll get down to her level and look her in the eye, and I'll tell her what she did wrong, and that what she did hurts, and that I love her, and to give me a hug and a kiss, and then she's okay to go. And usually it just takes one time, if that, and she never does it again. Most of the time if she throws a fit, it'll just be because she's tired or something, and I'll just either distract her, or if the distraction doesn't work, then we'll just ignore her, and then she'll eventually just stop and find something else to do. She still loves bath time. She's loved bath time ever since she was a little baby. However, she absolutely despises cleaning her hair. She hates it. She will scream bloody murder. She hates it. So I bought like this cup thing and I just do it like 3 really big scoopfuls really fast and then it's done. Also, another thing about her that isn't very common from what I've seen of toddlers is she's extremely clean and neat and tidy. Like if she makes a mess, she always cleans it up. And if she hates being dirty, like the other day when we were carving pumpkins, I was like, Lilia, come here, come touch it, because it's like slimy. And she was looking at it like, no. And so I put some on her hand and she was all, towel. So like anytime her hands get dirty, she just wants them washed and clean. And I'm thinking that she's probably a little bit OCD because everybody in my entire family has OCD. So that's probably where she got that from. As for Gabe's house, I'm going to talk about this in a updated custody video, but she sees him every other weekend. And then we're really okay with each other, so we'll be flexible, but most of the time it's Tuesdays and Thursdays for a few hours. Also, she just absolutely loves being a big sister. Like one time she came home from Gabe's house and both of the babies were on the floor, and so I brought her inside. She came in here and she was all, babies! And she ran over there and gave him a hug and a kiss. And she always says, mine, my babies, my babies. And if somebody, like, my brother, your babies. My brother will go over there and say mine, and she goes, no, mine. If one of them's crying, she'll go, he's crying. And she'll run and get his pacifier and put it in his mouth. She'll try to do it to Kyson too, but Kyson doesn't take it. But I think it's just so sweet that she tries. And most of the time she gets Caden to stop crying. Like if I'm nursing Kyson and Caden starts crying, she'll go, he's crying, and run and give him his pacifier and put it in his mouth. It's so cute. No? Okay, put it in the trash. Good girl. Also, she follows directions really well, as you can see. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm just one of those moms that thinks my child is perfect, but she's like such a good toddler. Like I think it's gonna really hit me hard when these boys turn into toddlers because they're probably gonna be not as good as she is. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have my hands full whenever these boys grow up and I realize that toddlers aren't easy. But overall, she's just a really, really good toddler, besides her picky eating and her no naps. I think that's pretty much all. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'll try to get back to you as fast as I can. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all that I can update on. Come here. Oh, she's pulling the chair over to the fridge to get her milk. Okay, so I will talk to you guys later. Say see you later. Say bye.
Bye.